I've been doing some work for Robin and Eileen Dean on their farm near Chipping in Lancashire, and I got the chance to talk to Robin about his sheepdogs.
Well, yeah, dogs and stock have always been together from as soon as dogs were domesticated for hunting dogs and then for herding dogs, really. First documented trialling was late 1800s, which was down in Wales at the Balor estate, and basically it was shepherds competing against each other, which would probably start from one shepherd saying to the other, "My dog's better than yours." So they decided, right, well, let's see. It obviously isn't as easy for what we call a hobby handler, because there's a certain amount of sheep sense involved as well, not only from the dog's point of view but from the handler's point of view. You've got to be able to read sheep as well as the dog has got to be able to read sheep, and that can make a big difference. And
so why are border collies the best then? Or?
Just purely because Charles Darwin's selection. They've been selected down through the last 100-200 years specifically for work.
Does anybody use anything else?
Yeah, there are. There's a Kelpie, which is from New Zealand, Australia, and also a Hunterway. A Hunterway is a big, big bit Dobermanified, and they bark on command, which are useful for if you're herding, particularly in New Zealand, where you've big mobs of sheep, possibly 6,000 to 10,000 sheep. The sheep at the front don't know that there's anything at the back of them, with a border collie perhaps. So things like a Hunterway that they say speak, and then they go whoa, whoa, whoa. So the sheep at the front can hear it, so that moves them on. The Kelpies, they will run on the backs of sheep.
I've seen that
to the front
on television anyway.
But all round, really, a border collie, particularly in this country, and again in New Zealand, and there are different sort of variations on them. The border collie is still probably the most popular. It's a very much a totally different way of training dogs to what you would associate with your normal obedience dog training. There's no actual physical reward as regards tidbits or anything like that. It is purely what you're doing. That dog has to have that natural instinct. The border collie is bred to naturally work sheep. It has an instinct to you'll see them, they wear them and they will balance them. They know, it all goes back to the prey. There's a big difference between chasing sheep and working sheep, which a collie can feel sheep. And the better and that's where we get the big difference between our quality top class collies and probably the more average ones. A little bit like football players. You've got your Premier League players, and you've also got your Sunday League players. Now a lot of your Sunday League players are very good players, but they'd be totally out of the depth in the Premier League, because and the collies are the same. Your Premier League dogs have just got that little bit something special, and that it does make a big difference. And we're always looking for them Premier League dogs, but they take some finding. He's sort of knocking on the door of his first division championship. Yeah, just nearly Premier. He's useful.
It was the best dog ever.
Roy. Robin Dean's Roy. Yeah, in the English team with him twice in the Supreme with him. I'd be very lucky if I get another one as good. Well, I won't get another one as good. I would be a very, very lucky person if I did. No, he was tremendous in everything, in nature, and yeah, he was a dog in a million.